right, begin.
Keith Eric Martin was born September the 22nd, 1966 in Washington, D.C. Keith was the second son of 3 children. Growing up, he was inspired by musicians like the Jackson 5, Prince, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis, also Stevie Wonder. And he was also inspired by jazz music and gospel music. At 10 years old, Keith started playing the piano, bass guitar, and drums, and he also found out that he could carry a tune. Yes, this brother could sing. And at 19, he started writing music. In the late 80s, it was evident that Keith's talent was a force to be reckoned with amongst the local superstars in the DC area like Kenny Lattimore and Johnny Gill, who he was close friends with. Keith would go on to become a member of the group called Masquerade, which included twins Art and Scott Powell, Sharif Walters, and D. Extra Wiley. Not too long after that, Con Funk Shun, founder and drummer Louis A. McCall Sr. signed Keith to his Gettysburg, Maryland artist management company he owned with his wife Linda McCall. In 1990, Linda McCall was hired by MC Hammer to set up corporate operations and administration in Oakland, California. When Linda became the vice president for MC Hammer's artist management company, Linda and her husband arranged for Martin to come to California and got him on as part of MC Hammer's Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, and Too Legit to Quit world tours. But the move from DC to California was a great move on Keith's part because shortly after moving to California, he started working with producers Shivani and Buster, who produced songs for Boyz II Men. But ultimately, it was Michael McCary of Boyz II Men who brought Keith to Rough House / Columbia Sony, where Keith was later signed. Keith was blessed to work with Adrian Taylor again, who was his manager when Keith was the lead singer for the group Masquerade. Keith was extremely excited to be recording his first solo album, although his first album only had a $350,000 budget. In 1995, Keith released his first album called It's Long Overdue, which peaked at number 82 on the US Billboard R&B Albums chart. His first single, Never Find Someone Like You, which was also independently recorded by the Backstreet Boys before, peaked at number 53 on the Billboard Hot 100 and at number 43 on the R&B Singles chart. The song was also placed on the Bad Boys movie soundtrack and went on to sell over 1 million copies. Over the next decade, Keith would stay extremely busy in the music industry by producing, writing, and releasing several solo albums, which gained him a large fan base throughout the world. His ballad Because of You is still a major favorite in the US and Asia, and to be honest, that's one of my favorite songs, and if you haven't heard it, I encourage you to go and check it out. It's an extremely smooth song. The track is just fire. In 2004, Keith moved to the Philippines. He was noticed by a record label over there called EMI Philippines, and they hired him as an in-house producer in Manila. Keith went on to produce and write many songs for artists in the Philippines and Indonesia. But sadly, on March 25th, 2022, Martin was found passed away in his private residence in Quezon City, Philippines. Keith's neighbors alerted the condominium's manager that there was a pungent smell coming from Keith's residence. Although the exact date of Keith's passing has not been determined, reports state that Keith had been passed away for at least a week before he was found. It says here, according to local cops, neighbors reported a pungent odor coming from one of the units on the 6th floor at 7:15 a.m. on Friday morning. Witnesses say the body, which has been formally identified, was discovered lying in bed. Now, Keith's family want the police to dot every I and cross every T because they feel that some young girl that Keith was dealing with had something to do with his passing. It says here, the family member continued, Keith was in good health. They should investigate whether any of the women he was with did something to him. Now, when I went to Keith's Instagram page, he does have several pictures with girls from the Philippines, like this one. He says, wow, you and your sweet tooth, LOL. Now, honestly, this could just be innocent fun. You're just having a bite to eat with your friend. But me, personally, I don't think that you post something like that unless you're interested in that particular person. Now, in this post here, it seems that he's established some type of friendship with Miss Universe Philippines. He said that they were doing a duet later on that day or week or whatever the case may be. And so it seems that, you know, this brother was definitely a socialite over there in the Philippines and people liked him, you know. Now, in this post here, he says family day at Dion's school, God bless him. So he's with a young girl and with her son, and he says family day. So, you know, you don't claim someone to be family unless you're super close. So this could be potentially a girl that he was dating. But all in all, this is just a sad and very unfortunate situation that this brother lost his life at the age of 55. And I hope that the family pushes for a thorough investigation to find out exactly what happened to their loved one. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down and let me know what you think about this situation. And once again, I send my sincere condolences and love to the family. Sleep well, my brother. Keith Martin, gone too soon.